A citizen review board has exonerated 3 St. Paul police officers of any wrongdoing for using a taser on a man in a downtown Skyway last January.
The 5-person panel agreed with the internal police review that found that the police did not use excessive force when they arrested Christopher Lollie, and they did follow proper procedures. This is cell phone video of Lollie that he took during the encounter after he was first asked to leave a sitting area at First National Bank. He was eventually tased by one of the officers when he refused to give them his name. The new element today is, as Bill Hudson is here to tell us, a lawsuit. Bill?
That's right, Frank. Christopher Lollie says his attorneys say they aren't surprised by the review board's findings, but rather they're staking their hopes for justice in the hands of a jury. So they filed a lawsuit against the city and the 3 officers for violating Lollie's 4th Amendment rights. This was the video that set off a firestorm last summer. Cell phone images taken by Christopher Lollie, confronted by 3 St. Paul police officers in the downtown Skyway.
It's stressful. It definitely is, but I'm glad that there's being a light shine upon this situation.
Lollie was waiting to meet his children at a nearby daycare in what he thought was a public area of the First National Bank building.
I want to find out who you are.
That's when Officer Lori Hain first approached Lollie, whom his lawyers say was under no legal obligation to give his name.
And then the situation just went downhill from there, where other officers were called to respond.
Lollie is now suing the city and the 3 officers for stopping and arresting him without probable cause, for false imprisonment and using excessive force. According to his suit, Lollie suffered bruising, burns, and lacerations, and has endured humiliation and emotional distress. His attorney, Paul Applebaum, says Lollie was doing nothing wrong and did not resist police.
You can't stop citizens who aren't breaking the law and are doing nothing suspicious and ask them to explain themselves, ask them for their identification, ask them where they're coming from and where they're going.
Chris Lollie says the experience has left his children fearful of police.
They're supposed to be here to protect and serve us, so I want to be able to instill that trust back into her.
Now, the lawsuit is seeking damages of $500,000 against each of the 3 officers, as well as the city of St. Paul. In addition to that, they will also ask the jury to award punitive damages on top of that amount.
And Bill, I had no idea that this case could be heard in either federal or state court. So who figures out where it'll be heard, and what are the factors involved in that? Yeah,
I learned that today as well. Now, the city apparently has the option of either court, but it will likely ask that it be tried in federal court, not state. That usually happens in these types of police brutality cases, with the feeling that they'll get a more sympathetic jury, drawing from a statewide jury pool as opposed to one from just the county. That's why the city has that option.
Interesting. All right, Bill, thank you.
Sure thing.